Hello and welcome to this IBS session talking about the European Lung Cancer Screening Alliance, ensuring continuity and impact beyond SOLACE. SOLACE is the screening of lung cancer in Europe, short SOLACE project. It is a pioneering EU for health initiative under Europe's Beating Cancer plan. Running until the end of March 2026, SOLACE has facilitated the implementation of lung cancer screening programs across Europe, working to remove barriers so that people from all social and economic backgrounds can access screening. Now, to ensure the sustainability of the process made during the SOLACE project, ECR and the European Respiratory Society have agreed to establish the European Lung Cancer Screening Alliance. And we will now talk about this alliance together with, let me introduce my guests, Professor Marie-Pierre Revel, so happy to have you here, head of the radiology department at the Hôpital Cochin in Paris and second vice president of the ECR. Hello, welcome.
Thank you.
And also very heartily welcome to Professor Helmut Prosch, Associate Professor at the Department of Biomedical Imaging and Image-Guided Therapy at the Medical University in Vienna. Good to have you. Thank you for coming.
Me. Thank you.
So, Professor Revel, SOLACE has played a key role in advancing lung cancer screening across Europe. From your perspective, what have been the most significant achievements?
Well, in SOLACE, we conducted 3 different pilots, one aiming at increasing the participation of women, the second one targeting hard-to-reach individuals like those from low socio-economical profile or ethnic minorities or people living in remote areas, and the last one dedicated to individuals with higher risk of developing lung cancer because they have associated medical conditions in addition to their exposure to tobacco consumptions. And one great achievement is that we met our recruitment objectives within these 3 pilots. And also we have found that there is none one-fits-all strategy according to the different countries. And what was found to be more successful in France was not the same as, for instance, in Hungary or in Croatia. So I think that we have now the experience of different strategies that have also an implication regarding the profile of participants. For instance, we found that some strategies were more successful to recruit less educated participants as compared to, for instance, what we have been doing in France, where we had a lot of advertisement on the radio, but and also collaboration with centers in charge of breast cancer screening, for instance, to recruit women. This tended to recruit the more educated participants.
Yeah, so it had to be adapted for different groups, different regions.
And different countries.
Different challenges,
but
yes.
Overall, we met the recruitment objectives.
Yeah.
And when we even exceeded what we had promised to the Commission.
Yeah, very successful program.
And in addition to that, we also developed training programs for pulmonologists and radiologists alike, which is truly important. We set up a knowledge hub to also distribute, to be a source for information, and also guidelines are now about to be finished, the development of guidelines to bring this lung cancer screening to new levels throughout Europe.
So now the European Lung Cancer Screening Alliance. Professor Prosch, why was it important to establish this alliance now, and how does it build on the work initialized by SOLACE?
That's an important question. So this foundation of the European lung cancer screening was a strategic decision. Already at the beginning of the planning of this application, we felt that this is something big, and we have to continue this momentum even after the termination of the program after 3 years. So what we envisioned that the 2 big societies, the European Society of Radiology and the European Respiratory Society, continue to work together to bring lung cancer screening to people in Europe. and to improve also the lung cancer care in these early lung cancer stages. So what this alliance is all about is this collaboration of the two societies. We envision to keep the momentum, to further maintain this knowledge hub, to continue and improve the training material, to foster collaboration within all these partner societies, and also to have this training and conferences for people interested in lung cancer screening.
Mm-hmm. So, we already touched on the different challenges in different countries, but how can ELCSA support member states that are at very different stages of implementing lung cancer screening programs?
I think that we can really help for those that are in the negotiating phase with their national health authorities. We can provide them access to reports from countries that have already established national programs, for instance. I think that it is very important to provide proofs that are not that large about cost effectiveness, because it's, yes, a matter of money. And we will have more recent results from Europe in the months to come, and this is important to share. Then, as Professor Prosch mentioned, we can guide them and provide some, I think, tools how to implement access to guidelines, and also what is really important to establish regarding the recruitment strategies, regarding how to conduct the CT screening in itself, and also alert them on the need to define then the pathway to the treatment for those who are found. Fortunately, it's a minority of participants with screen-detected lung cancer.
Mm-hmm. But shouldn't it be, it's the best cards to play with, to have results already at hand, to show other countries, see what this can do.
Show that it is feasible, that it is efficient, that it is also performed with security, very few false positives. That was a fear. For instance, in France, in 2016, our health authority was against lung cancer for two reasons. One was that at that time, Nelson trial was not published, so they said there's only one trial, and the second was the high proportion of false positives. So really proving that now we have optimus guidelines leading to very few false positives, that it is cost effective because it costs a lot to treat lung cancer at advanced stages. It will convince the authority that it is now mature, and it's also mature because now not only we have optimus guidelines, but we have also the possibility to use AI for playing the role of a second reader, which facilitates the screening a lot.
So if someone wants to implement lung cancer screening now, nobody has to start from scratch. With experience from SOLACE, you just take what you need, adapt it to your needs from the SOLACE experience. So adapt it to how many, whom do I want to target, how do I want to manage nodules and so forth. This is something we established, and this works quite very nicely now.
So, Professor Prosch, from a radiology and a respiratory medicine perspective, how does ELCSA strengthen multidisciplinary collaboration to improve the early detection of lung cancer?
This is the foundation of ELCSA shows this multidisciplinarity. We are the joint venture of the big societies. We will include other societies involved in lung cancer screening as well, like the thoracic surgeons, like the radiation oncologists, and general practitioners. And this will showcase that the collaboration works. So this is all about collaboration, because we radiologists, we focus on the management of nodules, But pulmonologists, they focus on the
Smoking
smoking
cessation,
cessation,
for
the
instance.
invitation process, and then together with us, together with radiologists, on the management of the screen-detected nodules. So this is something we have to do. We want to do together and have to do together from the beginning in the whole package. And this is why we need this joint venture.
And also, I think for the health authority and also for the commission itself, what was demonstrated to be successful, I remember in November 2019, together with David Baldwin, a respiratory physician from the UK, at that time UK was still in Europe, we went to the parliament to inform the MPs about the scientific evidence and the fact that the two societies, David representing the European Respiratory Society and me representing ECR, I think had an important impact.
So is there a plan to come together with more societies on this?
Certainly, because I think that, okay, it's a multidisciplinary, even though the key thing is CT, and thus it's our role as radiologists. But we need also to pay attention to, for instance, the number of surgeons trained in minimally invasive thoracic surgery, because early stages could benefit from video thoracoscopy managed surgery, because the follow-up after surgery is and the outcome is less painful and so on. So do the countries have enough trained surgeons in this matter, for instance? So this is why we need to collaborate with other specialties, the surgeons, the radiation oncologists, hopefully not the oncologists, because we do not want to depict lung cancer at advanced stages with the need to go for chemotherapy, immunotherapy, and so on. But yes, I think that we need to be partners to be efficient and limit the consequences of lung cancer, which is currently our leading cause of cancer death.
Yes, so let's stay with that. Looking ahead, what long-term impact do you hope ELCSA will have on lung cancer outcomes and on the integration of screening into national healthcare systems across Europe?
What we want is to observe a stage shift, like what was observed in the United States. After introduction of lung cancer screening, they started earlier. They started in 2013. And now they have observed that the proportion of stage 4, advanced stages, is decreasing. The proportion of stage 1, early stages, is increasing. And this is what we want. And ultimately, what we want is to make lung cancer a rare disease again by having efficient strategies to counteract the negative influence of the tobacco industry. We need to denormalize smoking. We need to help smokers quitting. It's not blaming them. They are victims. They are not guilty. And I hope that performing lung cancer screening will not be forever, but at the time we are talking, even though everybody stops smoking immediately, we have a huge number of individuals at risk. In France, it's more than 3 million. So for these at-risk individuals, we need to limit the consequences by detecting the disease when it's curable. This is what we expect. And we need to have ELCSA to establish that lung cancer screening is not a firework like SOLACE and then we forget, but we continue with increasing the implementation of lung cancer screening and going until we go for a next generation free of tobacco smoking. We continue to limit the damage by early detection.
Professor Revel, Professor Prosch, thank you both so much for these insights to the European Lung Cancer Screening Alliance. And thank you for watching. and have a great rest of the day here at the Congress.
Thank you.